Hey everyone, Beau here, coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia. Some of you guys may have heard me from the Coach's Corner podcast that I do on Supply Chain Radio. And if you haven't done that, please check us out. We try in earnest to bring you guys great content for all things supply chain, leadership, and team development. Given the situation that we're in right now, I'm going to spend a little time talking about my Corona. And no, I'm not trying to make light of the situation, but at the same time, I think we do need to keep our sense of humor about it. And since we are in the middle of this damdemic, that's what I'm calling it instead of a pandemic, I thought it might be helpful to share some things that are we're talking with our clients about, some of the things that we're getting asked, and also probably some things that you may be thinking about already. My hope is that we can share information and ideas with each other to help us all get through it. So, look, I know this is a scary time. We've never seen this. I'm almost 50 years old, and I don't remember a time where the schools were closed for 2 weeks. There's been very few times where travel has been banned or even stopped completely or reduced. So it's a frightening time, and people are struggling with this. I'm no epidemiologist, which is a great word to say. So I can't really give you advice on the virus itself, just maybe some perspective on how to get through this. With that being said, please wash your hands with soap and hot water often. That's the best I've got so far. So first thing, as obvious as it sounds, just please don't lose your head over this. There's a lot of misinformation that's out there. There's a lot of, I think, evoked hysteria. If you watch Facebook or the news, there's people getting in fights over toilet paper, and I think it's really, really important for us as people to demonstrate good leadership. Being calm in the middle of a crisis is a fundamental requirement of being a leader, so we need to demonstrate that. And along with that, if you're in a panic mode, you're probably not thinking real clearly. So what I'm encouraging folks to do, and myself and my close friends as well, is like, look, what's the next right thing for you to do? You can't solve the world's problems. You can't stop the virus. It's going to do what it's going to do because it is a virus. But what's the right next thing that you need to do for your family, for your business, for your team, etc.? That's the best way that you can deal with this situation right now, as far as I can tell. Number two, I want you to think about how close to normal can you operate? And by normal, I mean, what's your normal routine? You see, if we all panic and say, all right, I'm going to fire the guy that cuts my grass, and I'm going to stop getting a haircut, and I'm going to stop taking my clothes to the dry cleaner, and I'm going to stop eating out, and I'm going to pull all of my money back, which is understandable. But recognize that if we all do that, then there's going to be a lot of people out of work. And when those people get pulled out of work, that reduces the amount of money in the economy, and that causes more people to be out of work, which pulls more money out of the economy. And so eventually it becomes this economic death spiral. So as long as you can, keep things as close to your normal routine as you can. Keep your service providers there, keep paying them, keep them helping you however they're providing support to you. Because at the end of the day, we're all in this together, and as long as we keep the cash flow going through the economy, we'll all be supporting the greater good of our economic well-being. The final thought, as we're talking about this, is please go get more than one source of information for your news. If you're watching any of the mainstream news medias, recognize that they get paid based on the number of viewers that they have. Therefore, if you haven't noticed how things are greatly sensationalized, doesn't matter what it is, I don't know what news you're watching. So if there's something that you want to know about or something that you read that caused you to be concerned or worried or stressed out, please go verify it. Personally, I'm trying to listen to things that are coming out of the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control, and the World Health Organization. I don't think there's any news outlet on the planet that doesn't have some bias, but I'm trying to get as close to the scientist as I can for this situation, because science is what's going to figure this out, and science is going to be what helps me be smart about it. So, it's difficult. It's a challenging time, and while there's been, other viruses like this, bird flu, swine flu, Ebola, Zika, H1N1, most of those didn't reach the level of pandemic. But I do want to, remind you that every one of those things at one point felt like this. People were panicking. People were going to the stores. People were buying, all that they could hold of certain things. I still don't understand the toilet paper drive, but maybe that's beyond me. So let's pull together, let's work together, and let's try to keep, deal with this the best we can. We are best, all of us humans are best when we work together through a crisis like this. So see you soon, good luck, and I'll be in touch.